Mayor versus cop. This would be interesting.
Hey, I'm getting screamed at by one of your cops. I got a guy who
damn, he pulling up the commissioner?
Doesn't know who I am, and he's just screaming at me that this guy tried to kick me out based on his attitude and not on any facts.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel.
How y'all feel about that, man? Like, if this was any of us, we'd already be out the car on the ground, handcuffed or something, written a ticket. And because this guy's a mayor, he calling up the sheriff like, hey, come get your boy. He not listening to what I say. He don't know who I am. I don't know. I'm not normally on the cop side, but I need to see it.
September of 2022, the mayor of Wichita arrived at a neighborhood cleanup to dump a truck full of waste. The event's intention is to provide a no-cost, city-funded option for people to get rid of large objects.
Okay, now I need to know the full story. So, a neighborhood cleanup and you guys are dumping waste where?
The mayor of Wichita arrived at a neighborhood cleanup to dump a truck full of waste. The event's intention is to provide a no-cost, city-funded option for people to get rid of large objects and waste in very low to moderate income bracket neighborhoods.
Shout out to the mayor for actually doing this, bro. He making money and he coming out here with his little Ford pickup truck.
The mayor was trying to dump waste from one of his rental properties, which means he is probably not the intended target for the cleanup and was not even authorized to be there. He also allegedly drove around a police barricade to cut to the front of the line upon his arrival. He was promptly asked to leave, and the video begins.
And he's smoking a stogie? Bro, hell nah. So I was like, yeah, he probably taking out other people's trash. I was wrong.
Front of the line upon his arrival. He was promptly asked to leave, and the video begins as an officer signals the mayor to turn around. The mayor responds by calling the city manager to complain, alleging that the officer was screaming at him, but the body cam is muted for the first 30 seconds.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting screamed at by one of your cops. Who's the chief now?
Who's the chief?
Yeah, Lynn's still the chief? I got a guy who doesn't know who I am, and he's just screaming at me to turn around, incredibly rude. So I'm going to figure out how to report this. He's still the chief until this week?
Yeah, he's the chief for me. They overlap. Livingston starts with
All right. So Lem's still the chief. So how do I file a complaint against one of our officers?
You don't know how to file a complaint. You got to show up.
You can file it directly with him.
Yep. You got to pull up.
BOGT.
My ID is 2348, sir.
2348. And this guy just went nuts on me because I turned into a parking lot wrong. Yeah, he's right now. He's writing down my ID and stuff. He has no idea who I am. Yeah.
I know who you are, Mr. Mayor. Hello, sir. Officer Vogt with the Wichita Police Department. How are you, sir?
Officer Spotley.
Yes, sir.
I assume the mayor's trying to get you an event.
Yes, sir.
And you're with the mayor right now.
Yes, sir.
Can you let him pass?
No, I'll go to the back of the line.
I cannot, unfortunately.
No, there's a line, and there's no signage or anything. It looks like there's a wreck. I turned into a neighborhood cleanup, and I called you after this guy told me I'm no longer welcome at the neighborhood cleanup, and that now he is going to be the, I guess, the authority on who can do a neighborhood cleanup and drop things off and can't, which is definitely not what we do at City Hall, and that's why you're on the phone right now, Bob. That's the complaint. Not that I need to go in the back of the line, is that this guy tried to kick me out of what we appropriate for neighborhood cleanups based on his attitude and not on any facts.
It's important to remember that the mayor does not live in this area, but instead owns investment properties in the neighborhood.
He doesn't live there, but he owns property there. If he owns property there, does it matter if he lives there? Because if he owns the property, he went to one of his houses to pick up garbage to come drop it off. What's the difference between somebody that lives there and they're dropping it off from somebody that owns property there and they're dropping it off? What's the difference? Like, they don't live through the struggle. I understand that difference, but does it matter? I mean, it is messed up. He cut the line, like 100%. That's messed up. That's beyond privilege right there. You're cutting the whole line. You're showing you're better than everybody else. You don't have to wait. So I'd get that because he cut the line and all that. But if he waited in line and he did the dump, I don't think there would be an issue. What do y'all think?
Mayor, where's this happening?
This is at the Machinist Hall. There's one of the neighborhood cleanups. I got a bunch of stuff from one of my rentals coming through. I noticed that this guy didn't know who I was. I tried to ask him questions, and then also I just wanted to see how he would talk to citizens, and this is how we're being treated.
That sounds like a bunch of bull crap. You're saying he didn't know who you were, and you're also trying to see how he treats citizens. Bro, no. Like, that doesn't even add up. It sounded like you were like, oh, you don't know who I am? I could do this if I want to. And now you're talking to the phone and you're playing both sides, trying to keep your ego straight, and at the same time try and be a victim. You gotta pay attention to who y'all vote for.
All right, thank you, Mayor. I will talk to you.
Thank you.
Can I get your phone number, sir?
Publicly elected official.
You want my number?
Yes, sir. I'll be right back with you.
Can I unload my stuff?
Nope, we don't have any dumpsters to unload it.
Dang, they got homies sitting out here in the lawn chair with no umbrella? Boy, hell no. It's too hot.
The officer then tracks down one of the event coordinators.
So, I probably just got us all in a little hot water. The mayor showed up and didn't want to follow instructions to come in here. So he's already filed a complaint on me with the manager. I didn't recognize him initially. Well, I told him to turn around and leave, and he refused and said, no, I'm going to ask you a question. And I said, no, you need to turn around and go back out, because he drove around our cars and came in here. I said, no, you need to turn around. So now he's told me, well, this is because you're being rude to me and you're yelling at me.
Well, I need to see some video evidence. Why was your freaking body cam off or muted? Come on, man.
I said, no.
It's not just for my protection. It's for yours, too, because now you about to get in some hot water, and all we got is hearsay.
You turn around and leave. So he called Leighton, filed a complaint on me because I'm rude. And he wants to know about if he can go ahead and dump his stuff. I said, no, we don't have a dumpster for you to dump your stuff. This one just pulled in. He mentioned to Leighton that he did, but I didn't know who he was, which I didn't initially recognize him. I was quite a ways away. But he's right there in the red shirt. I was going to ask. I told him also when he refused to comply. I said, you're no longer welcome. You need to leave. And he said, now this, I've dictated but that's the same way we treated other people that have refused to comply with our instructions. If you wanted me to allow him to go and bring his stuff up and dump.
I don't know, man. You're the officer. I thought you were in charge of who can come and who can go. But now you went to the event coordinator, so were you not in charge of who could come in, who could go? Did this lady give you permission to say who could stay and who could leave, who's being a problem? If that's the case, why are you even here? She could have just got somebody else to do it instead of not even hiring, just having law enforcement here to, I guess, protect the event. I don't know.
He said these are from his rental properties, which would be part of his businesses. That's what he also told me.
Does she have an issue with the rental properties? Because I personally don't. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because the property is in the neighborhood. Regardless if they live in the neighborhood, it's still in the neighborhood. Like, it still got there, right? The property still got there. I don't know.
That's what he said. I heard him tell the manager that, which also would mean his stuff is not from his personal property.
This is the crappy part. He might get this whole thing shut down because he don't get his way. And why isn't he in his vehicle? Did you not detain him? Is he not detained?
Back, sir?
Did you get your ID back, sir?
A mailer? I don't know if I got a mailer or not. Why?
Because it's only for a certain residential area.
Yeah. It is also, it's for certain residential areas, but it's also for certain brackets. So like higher income people can't dump here, but he is a higher income person, but it came from an area with low income. But then again, he could just take that garbage from his high income area and just move it in the low income area and then say it came from there and then dump it. That is 3D chess.
And I'm in that area.
One of your properties is in that area.
Why are you dumping for your residents?
What do you mean?
Okay.
No, like my property.
It's for the residents.
It's for the residents.
Right.
okay, it's for the residents, then you're not a resident. You don't live there. You just own property there.
So it's from your home?
Yes.
Okay. If it's from your home, then where's your stuff at?
One of his homes.
It's right there.
Now he's telling half truths.
Gotta go get in line, but I feel like I probably won't make it now.
Where's your stuff at?
Right there in the red
3
truck.
mattresses and like some other stupid little things.
Just drive out to the
I ain't gonna lie, man. We need to fast forward because this beeping.
Waste lead to.
Seems like there's a need.
We do quite a few.
There's a
There's
huge
6 in
need,
District 3.
But,
6 in District 3 now?
Yes, sir.
but yeah, we're back. We're
All right, let's fast forward. What happened after this? What happened?
They were supposed to do it October 29th, and now they moved it to November.
Oh, they had to push it back?
To the next week.
It's the next big one. The others are small, but they're a little smaller.
Grandview, Metal, Mead.
Bruh, all right, let's keep going.
Let you know.
Yeah, I think it's the last one.
Sorry you felt that I was rude. I didn't recognize you at first, but the reason we're so strict on the rules is because it gets ridiculous.
Right, I had no idea.
And somebody else had followed you in immediately, which that's why it amplifies the problem. That's why we try to redirect quickly and as fast as we could.
No, I understand. I didn't know what was happening, and then
There is, yes.
I didn't know that line was this.
Yep.
I've never seen it like that.
She said go ahead though if you want to pull up to this first one since you're already in here and get it done.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
In the end, the entitled mayor got his way and was allowed to dump his investment waste. But after the incident, the mayor
Investment waste is a great way to put it. All right.
claimed it was the officer that misbehaved, releasing his own video of the incident, but failed to include a witness's video that sided with the officer. The Fraternal Order
I gotta see this shit. Whipple has alleged officer misconduct from the event when he stopped while trying to drop off his trash. He's also accused the other officer involved of violating body cam policy. The WPD has said the officer followed policy. Okay.
but failed to include a witness's video that sided with the officer.
So he still went with the complaint. Whipple's just wondering if you have apologized to the officer and community for your actions. Pretty low to show up to an event you weren't authorized to be at and then demand preferential treatment and talk down to an officer. If this is how you treat people, time to resign, pal. Do you know who I am? Behind the scenes view, blah, blah, blah. Rules for 3, not for me. Wait, what? Rules for thee, not for me. Approached Maryland. Get a pass. Oh, well, hold on.
Fraternal Order of Police called for his resignation if he didn't apologize to the officer. He has neither apologized or resigned. Instead, he has issued a vague political comment about supporting the incoming chief.
Frankly, it's the political season. I think frankly, it's the political season, and I think that this comes to that political season. My focus, though, is on my job. Whipple said, we have a new police chief that is going to come in, and I want to make sure the police chief helps us in the mission to create Wichita, Wichita as having the greatest police force in the entire country. Yeah, this is definitely political as fuck. My job is to support our new police chief and to provide the resources needed so we can have the best police department in the country moving forward, and I've done that as a mayor. This is definitely a political response. Somebody else typed this up. He didn't type this up.
Vague political comment about supporting the incoming chief.
Yeah,
let me know what you guys think down below. While this wasn't the crime of the century, do you think it demonstrates enough that the mayor lacks the moral fortitude to hold his position? I
don't think he lacks moral fortitude. It's more he's just entitled. I mean, dude's smoking a stogie while getting pulled over by an officer. How big can your balls be? You
look forward to reading your answers. Thanks for watching.
I hope you watched this video, Lackluster. It's pretty good. I'll go ahead and hit it with a like. I mean, that's very crazy, honestly. I don't know how I feel about it. It's obviously not right. He wasn't supposed to be there. technically, but because he has property in the low income area, that's his excuse for being able to dump there freely. I don't know. I think I'd rather have him dumping there than just throwing it in a backyard and lighting it on fire. But still, you have your own rules. We have our rules. This was set up for us, not for you. You have your own way of doing things. And because you're the mayor, you just feel like you can do whatever you want. It's very, I don't want to say disrespectful, but it's definitely just not professional, I guess would be the right way to say it. But I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Comment below. Let me know. It's your boy Miss Comrade Subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace out.